If you haven't already heard, this is the new iPhone X. While there's still an iPhone 8 and an 8 Plus this year, the iPhone X is the one you probably should buy, despite its astronomical $999 price point. If you're not already convinced, I'm going to highlight 8 reasons as to why you should consider getting the iPhone X. First up is the all-new design. Let's be honest, this phone looks a lot more like the Essential phone than it does an iPhone. Apple's taken design cues from Android manufacturers now by removing the physical home button from the front of the phone and replacing its functionality with gestures which conjure up memories of the Palm Pre from 7 years ago. The frame of the phone is made from surgical grade steel, and Apple's also bringing back the glass back panel. Next, I want to highlight Apple's new edge-to-edge Super Retina display. It measures in at 5.8 inches with a resolution of 2436 by 1125. It's still a lower resolution panel than the Quad HD ones we see on top tier Android phones, but it's significantly better than the ones that Apple's used in the past. On top of that, it's also the first AMOLED display that Apple's ever used. And the fact that it ditches its bezels and stretches from edge to edge should quiet quite a few Android fanboys. The iPhone X's main camera uses two 12-megapixel sensors on the back, both paired with optical image stabilization and a quad LED flash, meaning that you'll get better shots in low light, especially when using portrait mode. Apple's also claiming that the pixels on both of the sensors are larger than they were on the iPhone 7. Those camera enhancements also allow for a new feature dubbed portrait lighting. Portrait mode is made much better with this feature since it allows you to change the lighting effects of your subject, even blacking out the entire background. Apple claims that this new feature essentially gives you studio lighting in the palm of your hand. If real-world results are as good as they claim, you'll definitely be taking a lot more pictures in portrait mode with this phone. AR has been around for a long time, but Apple is finally jumping in with both feet. Apple is supporting AR on a system level, allowing app developers to create interactive AR games and apps, which can be entertaining and useful. Sure, Google's Tango-powered phones do a much better job at augmented reality, but these devices aren't refined enough yet for the general consumer. Since the iPhone X doesn't have a home button anymore, that means that there's no Touch ID. But don't worry, the security feature has been swapped out for a new one, Face ID. It uses the front-facing 7-megapixel camera, a dot projector, infrared camera, flood illuminator, and proximity sensor to map out your face with 30,000 different points, making it more secure than any other facial recognition system on a smartphone to date. Just point the phone at your face and it will unlock, and you can do the same if you want to use Apple Pay. Apple's also using the same underlying technology for a little bit of fun, creating an emoji. You can record your facial expressions while talking, and they'll be transposed onto animated emoji which track 50 different facial muscles in real time. It may sound like something that your kids would like or something you'd see from Snapchat, but it will definitely make the chat conversations with your friends and family a lot more interesting. The last item on my list is wireless charging, a feature which Android users have been enjoying for more than half a decade. The good news is that Apple didn't create its own standard, instead choosing to go with Qi, making the iPhone X compatible with all Qi chargers currently available. Seriously, you don't have to buy an Apple product to make this work. As you might have expected though, Apple is releasing its own charger, which will charge multiple devices at once, but that's not coming out until early 2018. And that's my list. Let me know which of these features you're looking forward to the most. The iPhone X's $999 price point is a little bit ridiculous, but it may well be worth it based on all the technology that Apple is cramming into this phone. I'll be doing a full review as soon as it's available, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.